Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Popcorn Planet here. And today we are going to be discussing Marvel Phase 4 casting rumors in another episode of Reality Rumor. And that's right. There's a lot of popular actors that are being talked about joining the MCU. It seems like everybody wants to join the MCU. Of course, why wouldn't they? This is a massively popular franchise, and they need some new characters now that Chris Evans, Robert Downey Jr., they're all leaving. We need some new characters to liven up this franchise. So let's get into some of these rumors that are out there. There have been a lot of them, a lot of characters that we're going to talk about, and characters that actors and what we think they're going to play. Again, these are all rumors. I'm going to break down, should they remain rumors, or are we excited and they should actually come through as a reality? Let's see. So first up right there is Zac Efron is being talked as Adam Warlock. Now, Adam Warlock was teased at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy 2. He was created by a group of researchers to create the perfect human being, basically the pinnacle of future human evolution. And his superhuman powers are strength, speed, durability, stamina, agility. He can basically manipulate cosmic energy for energy projection, fight, recuperation. He's a powerful guy, and he has fought Thanos in the comics. If you read the Infinity Gauntlet, he does go toe-to-toe. He's very instrumental in that fight. So he's a very popular and powerful character. Zac Efron is the one who's being talked as him. I like Zac Efron. I got to be honest. He's done pretty well of recent. His Ted Bundy movie was really crazy. I like him in The Greatest Showman. I think he does comedy well with Neighbors. I think he's due for a big role like this. I know he can look ripped. I think this is a role he sort of would play more ethereal. I think, and Boss Logic did a really cool image here of this idea portrayal. With this one, I think, these are all going to be rumors, let's be honest, but this one I'm okay with, weirdly. A lot of people want Keanu for this role. He would be great. I just don't think he's going to do it. I think Zach's sort of an interesting type. I'd like to see him spread his chops and do something fun. I'm going to say I wouldn't mind this one. I think Zach could pull it off. He's going to have the look, and I think he can pull off that sort of, ethereal, God-like character. So I'm saying yes to Zac Efron. Let's see it happen. Will it happen? I'm going to say, yeah, I think that one's going to happen. I think that could. The next one, also very popular recently, is Lady Gaga as Lylla the Otter in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Now, the rumor is Rocket's going to have this love interest, Lila. In the comics, I wasn't as familiar with her, but she was a sentient otter from the Half-World. She was the heiress of Mayhem Mechanics toys. And her parents were killed, and she took over the company, but only through marriage could she obtain the full rights to the company. Anyway, it sounds crazy. She was part of the Toy Wars, and she becomes the love interest of Rocket Raccoon. In the Telltale games of Guardians, she's a character there. That's the picture I stole from. She is also an experiment. She's part of the experimental, animals and things that they're doing when Rocket's there, and she's definitely like a lost love who has died that Rocket's thinking about. Definitely interesting character. So cute. Come on, look at that. And this idea of bringing Lady Gaga back to voice the Otter and give us that Bradley Cooper, Lady Gaga, A Star is Born romantic connection again. Sign me up, man. I want to see A Star is Born with furry animals. It's like a furry Star is Born. Who doesn't want to see that? I am super on this one. I think this one's going to happen too. What genius casting. It's just too funny to not bring them back, and what a brilliant way to bring back. And honestly, this is probably going to be just as romantic and cute and sad as A Star is Born. So all about this one. I hope this one's super real. I think Lady Gaga can do a really good voice performance, and seeing a cute CGI otter falling in love with Rocket, I'm on board. I want to buy a ticket to that. That gets me excited for Guardians 3. Next up is The Eternals. The Eternals, there's a lot of casting. Richard Madden from Game of Thrones and Kumail Nanjiani is already there. A lot of people are already sort of apparently signed up for this movie, but the biggest star that the MCU has gotten in and talked into is Angelina Jolie. And rumor is she's playing Cersei, another Cersei, huh? I don't actually know Eternals. I had to look some of this up. Cersei is a fourth-generation member of the Eternals. I don't know who made this fan art, but it's really great. If someone does, let me know, and I'll put it in the description. But she's a fourth-generation member of the Eternals, which are an evolutionary offshoot of prehistoric humans created by the Celestials. At a young age, Cersei differed from her fellow Eternals because her desire to live amongst the humans. And it was during her time in Mesopotamia she actually met Captain America, who traveled back in time. She had an appearance of a child at that time, but she was already 1,000 years old. So anyway, these are godlike creatures. This is what this movie, Jack Kirby created this. I believe it was Jack Kirby. This was during that really crazy psychedelic era, and she's has superpowers of gifted intellect, super strength. She's a god. She can really do a lot of stuff, and she possesses total mental control over the physical physical form, granting her virtual invulnerability and immortality. So. Look, she looks cool. I like Angelina Jolie. I'm down to see her join the universe. But the Eternals, man, I don't know much about it. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt, but this sounds like a Clash of the Titans type of thing. And if it's over CGI and too crazy, I don't know if I'm going to care as much. But this cast is lining up. I like so far. And then the other person they've just sort of been teasing is in talks is Salma Hayek. Now, I love Salma Hayek. I think bravo. Let's see more of her. No one really knows who she's playing. The only speculation, the only other real lead character that in my research of people's implying is that she could be playing Thena, who is another character in another Eternal. Born in the city of Olympia in ancient Greece, she's one of the Eternals of Olympia. And she also has crazy powers. She's a superhuman as well, and superhuman strength, speed, stamina, all that good stuff. She wears body armor and carries a bow of fire arrows and releases cold energy. Anyway, these are all cool, badass characters. They're gods. I like this idea of sort of seeing Salma Hayek and Angelina Jolie fighting together, and Richard Madden, I think, is due for a franchise of his own. He was really great in Game of Thrones and Cinderella. So interesting. I like this lineup, and I think Eternals is shaping up. Good female cast. With both of those, those seem like pretty hardcore rumors. Apparently, they're already been cast. They're already shooting. I think those actresses and this cast is going to show up at Hall H and Comic-Con in a couple weeks when a lot of this will start getting confirmed. And I think that's going to be a big news story for everybody that they're all in the MCU joining and Eternals is sort of their big new franchise. Doesn't mean I'm excited, but I think this is a more reality than rumor. I don't know much about the comics to get that excited. And look, we'll see what happens. Next up, though, this is probably the one I'm most excited for. And man, imagine if they bring these two out on the stage of Comic-Con. Imagine a Comic-Con with Hall H coming up this July. They announce their Phase 4, and then out of nowhere, you see a big 4 on the screen. And then these two walk out. That's right. Click. Emily Blunt and John Krasinski, real-life couple, playing Sue Storm and Mr. Fantastic. I mean, come on. This is just perfect casting. Apparently, John Krasinski was up for the role of Captain America, never got it, always wanted to be in the MCU. This just feels like no-brainer, duh. Emily Blunt is an amazing action hero, Edge of Tomorrow, so much awesome stuff she's done. What an awesome opportunity for their kids, for their legacy to join and become the Fantastic Four. I mean, come on. This is it. This is the one I want to see. I want to see them do it. There's rumors that Peyton Reed of Ant-Man fame is already working a script in the 1960s. I don't know if I want that. That sounds a little too Incredibles to me. Incredibles already sort of hit that. But I am all about getting a good Fantastic Four movie in, and I love these two. I love that the real-life chemistry, Quiet Place, they were fantastic together. They clearly can work together. I am 100% on board with this one. I think this is a super fun one. I think this is very much more unlikely because I think Marvel has a lot going on, and I don't know if they really have actually activated their Fox stuff yet. But if they were going to really make people get excited and turn the tide and make people be like, all right, you know what? I'm on board with Phase 4 is going to be great. Fantastic Four coming out of nowhere for a 2022 release, that's going to do it without a doubt. So especially if those two walk out. So fingers crossed, that's what I want to see. I just don't think that's realistic yet. Finally, another wild card. This one's been a rumor for a while. Wolverine, Taron Egerton. Now, this is a photo he did while promoting Robin Hood that he tweeted to Hugh Jackman. Apparently, Taron has been trying to play Wolverine forever. He really wants the role. And when you see him, look at that muscle. He's a little scrawnier than Wolverine was, than Hugh Jackman is. But in the comics, Wolverine was more that stature. So I kind of love it. I kind of am into it. I think he's at the right age now and could grow into it. I've been impressed with him as an actor between Kingsman, Rocketman. Like, he is proving to be a talent. And he's the type of person that I think could carry that mantle pretty well. And seeing this, I didn't think I would be. I mean, people are pitching Keanu Reeves for this too, because they've talked recently about Keanu Reeves. We talked about that last week. Keanu will show up at some point and probably play some character, but I don't think he's going to do something major like Wolverine. That's just not in his DNA right now. I think he's just, why would he do that? But Taron Egerton, that's exactly what his reps and him are going to want to line up as something this iconic. And I think he has the talent to pull it off. So I think this one is a big rumor. There's no way they're bringing Wolverine in anytime soon. I'd be shocked. It would be a good shock. Don't get me wrong. I think saving X-Men for a while is smart, though. But, you know, implying a Wolverine cameo here and there, building up for a big movie in 5 years or so, that could be an interesting idea. And I'm excited with the idea of him playing it. I think Taron could pull this off. What do you think? What do you think in the comments? Tell me down below. Who out of all these people would you be most excited for? Who else out there do you want to see in the MCU? I want to hear all your suggestions in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry this video was late, but we are usually here every weekday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we are live Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Nerd Wars. So stay tuned and be sure to subscribe. Thanks, everybody. Bye.